Assalamu alaikum, my YouTube family. From Maryam, greeting to you all and lots of love. May Allah give you lots of happiness and remove all worries from your life. Don't be disappointed in your life. Trust in Allah and friends of Allah. Be friends with Allah and make Allah your friends. All the matters of your life will be resolved automatically. You will see yourself and you will be filled with happiness in your life, and the dreams you had yesterday will be fulfilled. Your dreams will come true. It is too late in front of Allah. There is no darkness. Allah will surely bring light to your darkness. Just think well and leave your affairs to Allah. Just put your trust in Allah and Allah Almighty. The story I am telling you is a miracle story. It is the story of Surah Yousif. It is the story of a sister. She says that I was very drunk all the time in my life. I used to be a person and was happy all the time. I was not sad about anything. I used to laugh and joke with everyone. Aunt sons called me that I liked you and I want to marry you. About I told him many things and told him that I don't like you, and you were so many times that you called me yes, and I don't want to marry you anymore, nor do I like you. There is a big difference between your standard and my standard. Stopped his blood, and I continued to have my fun after that, and I had no idea how much pain I had caused him, and he must have been very distressed. But I did not realize that I had hurt him. I got hurt and hugged him up the phone and started living my life. Just like that, the days passed, and I went on my masti, and my college days were over. My college was completed, and now I wanted to get admission in the university, which I wanted to get admission in the big one. It was an expensive university, but I really wanted to get admission in this university. I just told my father that I was very dear to him. He used to caress my hands and then admitted me to this university. Now I started going to the university. I went, and when I went to university, there was the son of my father's friends who was studying with me. He liked me a lot, and I became very good friends with him. Both my father and that friends used to do business together, and in the same way, when my father got a job, then my father left the business, and this uncle of mine also got a job, so he also left the business. He used to do his job, and that uncle who was Abu's friends used to do his job. In the same way, my father used to do his job, and he, who was my father's friend's uncle, used to do his job. So the same uncle's son studied with me in the university. So I liked him very much, and in the same way, we both have a good friendship. After some time, I said to this uncle's sons that you and I have become quite good friends. As soon as our university is completed, then you should send me a relation from your own houses. Then this uncle's son said that you are misunderstanding me. I never thought that way for you. We are just good friend and good classmate. I don't love you. It has happened, and now we will get married. I can never think of you now that I will love you and marry you. When I said all these things, I was very hurt and I was in a lot of pain. I never thought that my uncle's son whom I fell in love with so much, and I asked him for my marriage. that you sent my relationship. And when he spoke to me like this, I was in great pain and I returned home. When I returned home, my heart was very sad that I had loved so much and he had rejected me. When I told my mother that, I told Uncle Son that you should send a relationship to my house and he refused. He said that I have had a relationship with my uncle's daughter. So mother said, yes, son, before you said this, you would have asked me whether I should say this to her or not. I have had a relationship with my cousin's daughters. So when I heard this from my mother, I was even more hurt and I used to cry a lot. And I used to cry all the time that what should I do now? I have no way the one whom I loved so truly could reject me like this and like that. My days passed and passed, and when I went to university and then when I fell in love with him, he rejected me when he reminded me of the time I was still in pain, that I really love you, and why did not Allah give me this just like that university? Those who were living for the rest of the day passed away in the same pain and suffering, and our university was completed and I sat in my house. Then after some time there was an houses. Then after some time there was an institution next to our house where the translation of Quran Sharif was done. So I got admission in these institutions and started translating the Holy Quran. And then one day when I was translating the Holy Quran, I came across Surah Yusif. Then when I was reading Surah Yusif, I came to the second translation of Surah Yusif. And after reading its translation, I felt like it contains the story of my life. Everything is built on the story of my life. So from that day I made Surah Yusuf my life Wazifa, and daily I used to read Surah with great love, and I needed some hope, inshallah, and I was getting my hope in the form of reciting Yusuf, but no peace in my heart at all. The tears and pain of my Creator's Son came to me again and again, that I had hurt him a lot and caused him a lot of pain. Then one day I called my aunt's son and asked for his forgiveness. I gave you a lot of pain. You talked to me about marriage and I told you that you have so many times that I will marry you. Then I went to apologize to you. So my aunt's son said something, no, I love you very much and I can never see you in pain. May Allah bless you with lots of happiness. My aunt's son's phone got switched off, and then like this I kept on reciting Surah Yusuf daily. And then one day again, after a few days, my aunt's son called me again and said that I'm reciting in you again, that I really love you and I want to marry you and love you so much. So I turned off the phone at that time and told him on the message that it's okay, you bring your family to my house. Just then I listened to him and told him on the message to send his family for the relationship, and he was very happy. And then my aunt and her family came from the relationship. My father also did not deny him, even thought he was much lower than us in the term of standard. There was a lot of difference between us and him, but still we both had a relationship. My love has been found. He was patient, that Allah took his revenge from me because of my uncle's son, that I also liked him in the same way as his uncle's son. And he also liked me in the same way, rejected the way I rejected my aunt's sons. Then my relationship matured there and my marriage also took a place, and Alhamdulillah, I am very happy with my aunt's son with whom I got married, and I am very happy. Sometimes we think that we will get that we want, but Allah has made a better decision for us than what we think and what we want. Just put your trust in Allah and ask Allah. Keep praying. Your tomorrow will be very beautiful. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. The story of was a very good story, and it is a true story. There will be similar stories of miracle in your life. Just think well and thank God. Trust me, tomorrow I will bring a new videos and a miracle story for you. Please pray for Maryam, and Maryam also pray for you all. Allah Hafiz.